junior high girl in Foster City, California, up north. I'm talking to the junior high kids one day. I love to ask kids definitions. They come up with beauties. I got to the word resolve and I asked, who can tell me what resolve means? And I got several hands, and they were all pretty good, but the last one was the best. Little girl, about 3 rows back, held up her hand. She said, Mr. Rohn, I think I know what resolve means. I said, darling, what do you think it means? She said, I think it means promising yourself you will never give up. I said, that's it. Webster, stand aside. That is the definition. Promise yourself you will never give up. I asked the kids, how long should a baby try to learn how to walk? How long? How long would you give your average baby before you shut him off? How long? See, any mother in the world would say, you're crazy. My baby's going to keep trying until it learns how to walk. What a magic formula. Now let me show you what triggers all emotions into activity that brings results. And results is the name of the game. Here it is. Action. Finally, you must do something about how you feel. Jesus, the master teacher, said, don't just be listeners, be doers. The world admires the doers. Another Bible phrase says, faith without action is useless. Some people these days are big on affirmations. You've got to be very careful of affirmations. There's a thin line between faith and folly. The best clue I can give you on affirmations is this. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. And there's nothing worse than delusion. The guy keeps walking west looking for the sunrise. I mean, delusion is bad. However, affirmation with discipline can bring the most spectacular results. When the Jewish people surveyed the Holocaust at the end of World War II, and for them it was a Holocaust, 39 million people lost their lives, World War II. 19 million were Russian. But compared to the population, it was not quite the Holocaust visited on the Jewish people. 6.5 million Jews perished World War II. 6.5 million. That was a Holocaust. After Hitler's final solution and the Nazi jackboots and Eichmann and Bormann had done their evil task, 6.5 million. When the Jewish people counted the dead, surveyed the Holocaust, and mourned the loss, those that survived together said, never again. That was the affirmation. Never again will we take our families, silently walk to the boxcars, and let them ship us through the night to Auschwitz. Never. Well, that's good to make an affirmation, but the next question is, what are you going to do to back up the affirmation? They said, well, number one, we'll build a nation. Then they said, we'll build an army. Wow. And a navy. My. And an air force. And we'll buy some bombs. My. And some bullets. Wow. We'll spend a big portion of the national treasure. We'll even spend some of Israel's finest lives. We mean it. Never again. That's called backing up affirmation with discipline. Does it work? Well, yes. They've been tested 4 times in war on their affirmation in the last 25 years. 4 times, major. The next to the last war was called the 6-Day War. As if to say, didn't we tell you? ever. Make sure you always have a game plan to match your wishes. Otherwise, they will always be wishes. The day that turns your life around. Let me give you 4 questions to take home when we're finished. These are called questions to ponder. And this wraps it up. Gosh, you've been a great audience tonight. How fantastic for so many people here. It's been unbelievable. I've really enjoyed it. I could talk all night, but I'm staying here, right? So I got a maid, right? And you got some ways to go. Okay, here's the questions I want you to take home.